Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Sir Thomas More, and today we get to hear from the Earl of Surrey in what some versions call Act 4, Scene 4, other versions call Act 4, Scene 5. But this is a scene where Sir Thomas, remember, has resigned as the Lord Chancellor because he didn't want to sign these documents that the king sent over, which we, the audience, are never told what the documents are, but we can guess that it was like the Oath of Supremacy or divorce documents from Catherine of Aragon, something along those lines. But he didn't want to sign it, and the Bishop of Rochester didn't want to sign it. So the Bishop of Rochester has been sent to the Tower, which historically, if you're unaware, lots of people were killed at the Tower. It was basically a prison. So going to the Tower, you don't necessarily come back from there. So the Bishop of Rochester went there, and Surrey and Shrewsbury were there when he was taken off to go to the Tower, and they said their goodbyes. And now Surrey has arrived at the More's house, where Sir Thomas More is actually fine with this whole situation, and he's been trying to convince his family that this is actually better. You know, they're a little bit bummed that they've lost some status in society because he's not the Lord Chancellor anymore, but he's like, this is actually better because the people that have the wealth and the power and the offices are all corrupt, amoral people, but we get to live just this beautiful, humble life at home and just live our lives, and isn't that great? And his family is still like, yeah. But then Surrey and Shrewsbury arrive, and the family's like, oh my God, what do they want? What do they want? I'm so scared to know what they want. And he's like, don't worry, you know, it'll all be fine. So they come in, and Sir Thomas More gives them a proper greeting and says, so what's up? How come you're coming to visit? And Surrey says, oh, Sir Thomas, our words are now the king's, and our sad looks the interest of your love. We are sent to you from our mild sovereign once more to demand if you'll subscribe unto those articles he sent ye the other day. Be well advised, for on mine honor, Lord grave Dr. Fisher, Bishop of Rochester, at the self-same instant attached with you, is sent unto the Tower for the like obstinacy. His Majesty hath only sent you prisoner to your house, but if you now refuse for to subscribe, a stricter course will follow. So Surrey is the messenger of some bad news. What he's saying is, you have one more chance to sign these documents from the king, otherwise you're going to be sent to the Tower too, is basically what it boils down to. He brings up the Bishop of Rochester to say, he didn't sign him and now he's in the Tower. Be glad that the king has only sent you to your home for right now, but if you don't sign him this time, you'll be taken to the Tower. And More is like, so I either sign or I go to the Tower. Is that right? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, okay, who's supposed to take me there? And they're like, this guy right over here. And he's like, oh, you, like, I did a favor for you. How you doing? So you're the one that'll take me. And the family's like, please sign the documents. Just sign the documents. It's not that big of a deal. Just sign them. And Sir Thomas More thinks about it for a minute, and he's like, you know what? I'll do what the king wants. And everybody's like, thank you, thank goodness, okay, just sign them and have it out. And he's like, no, sorry, you misunderstood. I'm gonna go willingly to the Tower. And they're like, what? And he'll explain tomorrow. I'll see you then. Mwah.